Alrighty, we're going to replace a few outlets, and our box is recessed in the wall, and we're going to use what's called a plastic box extension so that the terminals are away from the sheetrock, so that if it ever comes loose and starts arcing, you won't catch the paper on the wall on fire. So here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground, and red and blue are also live colors. White may be live in a switch loop and on a 220/240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. And I'll show you how to hook these outlets up. The black goes on the brass screw, and the brass screw goes to the narrow slot. The white goes on the silver screw, and that goes to the wider slot. See, there's a big gap there between the sheetrock and the extension of the box. We'll just clip these wires off. We'll start fresh. Oh, the copper's not even under the screw head there. It's probably not. It's probably okay, but it's not the greatest. So we'll get our round wires set they're down here in the bottom. So they're up out of the way of everything. Okay, so we'll put, so these we just cut them off like this. So we'll put 2 on the bottom. Now this box goes quite a bit back on the top, so we're going to put 3 in the top. Okay, so this goes in here like this. Now, the plaster, you know what? We might not need those because these ears go up. But I'll put them, now the ears touch down here on the bottom really good, but not as much on the top. So I'm going to just put these on the top. So we don't need them on the bottom because that sheetrock goes up under these ears quite a ways, but not up on the top. So I'm going to just put those on the top. Okay, I'll close the screws we're not using. Make sure it's tight. Put our white on the silver colored screw, which is our neutral. Make sure our copper goes under the screw head all the way around. My Phillips screwdriver is going bad. That's the most you want to have the copper going back. So I'll bring it around. I'm going to keep this ground wire on the bottom. I'm going to bring my black over here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Keep our ground wire going across the bottom here. Okay, we'll leave it tipped forward a little bit here. We'll bring our screw back a little bit here. And we'll put this under our screw head. One. Yeah, I think two will be enough. It's not as back as far as I thought it would be. So we'll stick it in like this. Bottom one is nice and snug. There we go. Alrighty, look at this. This ground wire is poking right out of the box. I hope you can see that there, right? And this box is recessed in the wall some, so we're going to have to use a box extender. Oh, the ground wire. Oh, look at the sloppy workmanship on that connection there. That's no good. The ground wire came right off the green screw. And look how they put the white wire around the silver screw. And this outlet's all painted up. Okay, that one looks good. So we'll get them together. Oops. See how that copper comes up above the top of the wire nut there? So we're going to take this off. See that one wire comes way up above everything. So we're going to have to take this apart. So we got our insulation even at the top there. This is number 12 wire. Okay, now see how our insulation is all twisting together evenly here? And our copper is twisting together evenly. So I'm going to cut this off. So all of our wires are even on the end here. So I'll put my wire nut on like this. Alright, look, make sure my insulation's going up into the bottom of the wire nut there, and then we can push this back into our box. Look at our white wires. They look good from out here. So all three insulations are okay. So the copper's all even on the bottom, the insulation's all even on the top. So I'll stick our wire nut back on here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Push it back into our box. Okay, so we have our white, which is our neutral. I'm going to re-strip these wires so we have a nice clean strip. So we'll strip with our number 12 hole. So 12 is what we use on 20 amps here in the country I was born in. So this outlet was all covered with paint, so when paint gets into an outlet it contaminates the connection. So I'll close the screws we're not going to be using. Okay, so we'll put our ground wire around our green screw. There's some paint here, I'm going to scrape it off. So down and up. We're going to turn this one. Close our loop the direction that the screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight, and our copper is under the screw head all the way around. Okay, so we can turn this around. We'll keep our ground wire going across the bottom. And we'll go up and down with our white. And we'll do our black on the brass colored screw. And get it slightly long, so I'll just clip a little tiny smidgen off. Make sure it's tight. All right. So now we're going to push our back on this. These wires are a little bit shorter than our other ones. Okay, now we can put our extender in here. You can see how much space there is. It's like a whole half an inch. It's pretty flush at the bottom, but there's quite a bit of room in the top. So we might have to put a spacer in the top. Okay, I had to get my wire nuts back out of the way there. So the bottom one isn't. The front is pretty flush. The box is pretty flush on the bottom, but on the top we have quite a gap. So we're going to put a couple spacers in here. You can push them back with your pliers like that. And I see our ground wires away from everything. And everything's nice and tight.